The episode begins with Sim trying to read a book to Kuzco about the history of apes, when we see the young emperor clearly not paying attention much to Sim's frustration. Kuzco, will you please pay attention? How do you expect to learn anything if you don't pay attention? Sim says, annoyed. Come on, Sims, this book you're reading to me is so boring. Plus, there's no pictures in it. My dear boy, may I remind you that there are plenty of books in this world without pictures. Sounds like my chip man's never read a comic book, Father said as Sims looked at him in annoyance. Don't look at me like that, mister. I'm so sophisticated. I'm fully aware of comic books, but I'm trying to educate Kuzco in the history of monkeys and noble and proud people that you, I have to remind, married, so we can avoid another instance of Sims is an alien. Sims and Father argue, while Kuzco doesn't notice a red smoke forming around him, when suddenly he vanishes. Alright, let's move to the noble and wise orangutan. Wait, Kuzco? Kuzco? Damn! Father, your babbling caused him to wander off! Father notices something around the chair Kuzco was in. Wait, there's smoke around that chair! He moved his hand over the smoke before standing up. Well, looks like Aku is at it again. Also, I'd like an apology for thinking I caused Kuzco to wander off, Father said, his arms crossed before Sim sighed annoyance. Alright, I'm sorry. Wait, did you say Aku took Kuzco in some smoke? We gotta get the others and go get Kuzco back. Meanwhile, Kuzco looks around, realizing where he's been taken to. Kuzco finds himself tied to a chair in Aku's lair. Suddenly, Aku appeared holding a weird crown. Well, well, nice for you to stop by, my young foolish emperor. Kuzco looked confused. What are you talking about? You brought me here in your little smoke cloud. Aku looks at him annoyed before placing the crown on Kuzco's head. Enough! I have a little experiment for you to try. Then he waved his hand as the crown glowed a bright light. As the scene changed to Kuzco standing alone in a new, more colorful world. Hello? Huh, that usually works. Kuzco said, walking around. Why does this place look oddly familiar, yet different? Kuzco explored this new world when he sees a sign that reads, Welcome to Villainland. Ah, so that's why this has Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland vibes. Kuzco takes in the whimsical new evil world when he sees a caterpillar on the tree, but the head looks like Jafar. Well, well, looks like the guest of the hour has arrived. You know, we've been waiting for you. Kuzco looks confused. You, sir, are one ugly caterpillar, Kuzco said, disgusted by the weird creature in front of him. The caterpillar looked at Kuzco and smiled. Yes, I'm sure this form is quite... Okay, well, I'm no fan of it either. But here we are, now aren't we? He laughs maniacally. Of course I would have preferred a snake body. He exhaled, waving his many stumps for limbs. One moment. He changed back to his original form. Ah, much better. Now, my part of this little play, you could say, is to tell you that of what is to come, my little monarch. As you may have noticed, this place is called Villainland, so I no doubt need to explain who you will encounter during your stay here. Kuzco stared at Jafar blankly. Nope, not a clue. I hope it's filled with hotties, he said, smiling. No, you'll encounter villains! Jafar rubs his head. I can't wait to see you try to escape. Well, that is, if you can escape. Oh, if you ever run into that street rat Aladdin, tell him that I shall have my revenge. He cackles one last time as he vanishes in a snake-shaped smoke cloud. Well, okay then, Kuzco said, making his way into Villainland to find a way back. After his encounter with Jafar, Kuzco is seen walking through the Villainland forest when he encounters the radio demon himself.
Why, hello there, my friend. My name is Alistair. Pleasure to meet you. Quite a pleasure now. Who might you be, my boy?
But my name is Kuzco. I'm Team Rick's newest member and Yumi's best friend since childhood.
Ah, yes, Emperor Kuzco. Yumi's told me so much about you in her letters. Now, what can I do for you today,
Well, I was wondering if you could tell me how to get out of this creepy forest. Alistair smiles and looks out to the forest before looking back.
Well, in order to return to where you came from, you'll have to enter the castle of him and find the exit portal. But I don't know if you'll make it there alive. I can just get you there if you're willing to make a deal.
He holds out his hand as green smoke circled around him. A green light crept up from what seemed like to be the ground as the very shadows danced around them. Kuzco walked past him away from his hand. No, I'm good. I just need to be careful and I'll get there in no time. See ya, Mr. Antlers. Alistair looked at him surprised.
It's Alistair. I don't get paid enough for these shitty cameos,
he said as he sinks back into the ground. Kuzco wanders through the forest, seemingly lost, when he sees a long table with an old woman stacking a tower of cards while a kettle was floating over an open fire.
Kuzco, you're late.
Madam M checks her watch.
Oh wait, I was wrong. You're right on time.
Kuzco sits diagonal to Madam Mim and some animals, but they act like people. Just then an owl dressed like Willy Wonka gets Kuzco's attention. Hey Kuzco, it's Party! I'm just chilling and drinking some. Party Hoots looks at his cup and refills it with some tea and added sugar. Some tea! Madam Mim gives Party Hoots an annoyed look. Oh yeah, you had stuff to tell him. Party said, grabbing some cupcakes, eating while Madam Mim looked back to Kuzco. Honestly, I don't know this owl.
Stop eating my cupcakes. You've had 3 as it is.
She looks at the already round owl. Never mind.
Anyways, Kuzco, you have a long way to go before you reach the castle of him. So in the meantime, why not stay here and join us?
I'll make you into one of my little animal friends, like my other friends. She waved her hand to the animals sitting at the table. They reluctantly smile and keep drinking tea. Then this unusual owl appeared from the portal and joined us, despite my hesitation, but he claims to know you, so I let him stay. Kuzco places the cup down and gets up. Thanks for the tea, but I'll be leaving now. I gotta get back to finding my way to, whatever his name is. Everyone at the table says him. Yeah, sure. And make it back home. Maybe Sims has found a better book about monkeys that actually has pictures, and not the gross kind. As Kuzco is wandering through the woods, it appears that he's lost. When he begins hearing laughter echoing throughout the forest, just then, another red cloud appears around him and teleporting him to the throne room. The red smoke dissipates as Kuzco sees a red figure lounging on the throne. So, Kuzco, you finally arrived. A little later than I would have hoped. I feel there's a pattern with you on arriving late to things. Regardless, you're here. Enough games! Wait, it doesn't work here. Let me leave this wacky world. Him laughs before getting an idea. You want games, do you? Well, I'll make a deal with you. If you can beat me in a game of croquet, I'll let you leave. But if you lose, you'll never escape. You're on! Kuzco thinks for a moment. What's croquet? Croquet? Him sighs in annoyance. Just follow me. I'll explain on the field. And it's croquet. It's just spelled fancy. Him explains the game of croquet to Kuzco as Kuzco slowly falls asleep. Will you pay attention? Kuzco wakes up and looks around before looking back to him. Man, this game is boring. Can we play already? What follows is the most boring game of croquet that determined if Kuzco was free or not, but Kuzco loses by 1 point. You lose! Now you'll never know the password. You'll stay here forever. Kuzco suddenly gets an idea. Password? What password? Him looks surprised. The password that sends you back, and you'll never get me to say it, so you can stop these petty tricks. Oh, I get it, you forgot it. It's okay, I understand if you have bad memory. My friend is like that. Him took it as an insult. You think I can't remember a simple password Aku trusted me with? Like I'd forget a word like banana phone. Him crosses his arms, closing his eyes, looking away proud, when he hears a sound as Kuzco is gone. Oh, shit! Kuzco wakes up and removes the crown and sees Yumi smacking Aku, yelling,
Wake up, Kuzco, you fiend! Now!
Okay, just stop slapping me! You're giving me a splitting headache! He looks to wake him up when they both see Kuzco. See? I awakened, or I awoke? Who cares? Yumi lets Aku go and runs to Kuzco, hugging him.
Kuzco, you're awake. I knew that smacking Aku for hours would work.
Good, great, everyone is happy. Now get out! Yumi and Kuzco are kicked out as the squad van is waiting. Kuzco, glad you're okay. Now, get in the van so we can finally get back to the part of the book about the majestic and misunderstood orangutan. Father can be heard groaning in annoyance. Can't we just watch Planet of the Apes like I suggested? The fam laughs as Kuzco and Yumi walk back to the van, and the episode ends.